Hey guys, what is going on? So I'm back with another good deal on a first generation iPhone SE. I'm a little scared with this packaging. It's literally just a letter and I don't feel padding, but I spent $20 on this. The screen is ripped off and the bottom portion of the housing is like gone. So it's in very poor condition. Even the home button's ripped, so no Touch ID. But I have this and I also have a locked phone I bought. So I have an OEM screen and some parts in the housing. This was actually water damaged, but somehow only the board was affected. I got really lucky. So these parts are all good. So anyways, let's go see what we got. Paper. Okay, so for 20 bucks, I mean, I still would have expected better packaging. We do have a little bit of padding here at least. At least it was only 20 bucks, but they still could have done better. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. Good Lord, this is what we're getting into. So, you can see there's absolutely no bottom part of this housing. It's like ripped off completely. Look at the charge port. It's like the pins are all bent in there. Screen cosmetically looks fine. You can see, look, it's not even sitting on right. There's a big gap here. It looks fine cosmetically, but unfortunately it was just brutally ripped apart. Like, I think someone just got mad at this phone and ripped it. There's no back camera. That was completely ripped off. You can see the cable for it here. So this thing is a complete mess. But the first obvious thing to do is to take my test screen here, see if it works. Because hell, it might. One thing I forgot to point out, look how bent this side is. But this is the side with the battery, so we should be okay. But anyways, let's install our test screen. Okay, I just need to kind of emphasize how poorly this was done. Look, there's just a piece of the screen. Here's another piece of the screen connected here. The battery was never disconnected, but there you go. Okay, so I'm actually just going to try a different battery because that'll be easier. I'll just put in one that I know is charged. So I wanted to point out there is some water damage in here. You can see the red sticker. So we'll have to see how bad that is. It might be very minor. But let me grab my test battery, which should have a bit of a charge in it, and we'll see if it'll turn on. Wow, there we go. It's booting. I forgot to connect my home button. There we go. All right, we've booted up. Got some messages here. Our iPhone storage is full. There's no SIM card installed. Unable to activate Touch ID. And the wallpaper is like a fake broken phone, which is kind of funny considering it is actually broken. Okay, we'll have to restore this because I can't guess the password, but we'll be back after we do that. Okay, so I am back. When I went to restore this, I realized, well, the charge port doesn't work, but I was actually able to bend the pins back with a flathead screwdriver enough to get the charge port to work. So it surprisingly does work. I'm obviously going to replace it because it is not supposed to look like that and it could cause harm to the device over time. So we're definitely going to replace it, but I'm able to set it up, restore it, connect to Wi-Fi, and we're at 84% battery health with that original battery. But yeah, so now that we can confirm that it does work, we're going to transfer everything to the new housing. Okay, so yeah, my camera died like right at the end there, but I just put the bottom two screws in. That's kind of all that was missed. So now I just have to charge this up and it should be good to go. as you can see here, after we removed the tempered glass, the screen is looking great. It's in great condition, the phone is fully functional, and the battery in this housing has 97% health, so we're going to keep this battery in instead of the original one, which is at 84, because that's not quite as good. Anyways, this concludes the video. I spent $20 on this phone, and then about $20 on the phone that I took parts from, bringing our total to just $40. The only issues being that there is a light mark on the screen. I can't even pick it up in the camera, it's so minor. So right there is a light mark from, I guess, water or whatever, but otherwise the screen is perfectly fine. And of course our Touch ID does not work either, but for 40 bucks this isn't too bad. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.